Hi guys, good to have you all back. How are we all doing? I'm having a fantastic day. I have an amazing idea that I want to share with you guys. Okay, we're doing Foul Folder February. We're doing f. I'm sorry, February is actually a very difficult word for me for some reason. Yeah, so on my desk I have an actual file folder. Now, this is a modern, newer kind of file folder with the elastic bands. Yeah. It's actually a pretty good one because it does really well with archiving or storing your papers. That's actually what file folders were made for, you know. Yeah, because it has an amazing closure on it. Now, I actually never use these in crafty projects. I do, however, use them to store my papers in, or fuzzy cuts, or what have you. So I want to do something inspired by this file folder today. So if you have a sad face right now because you don't have a file folder like this, don't have a sad face because we're actually going to make one. Well, I'm going to try to make several of them, but smaller. This one it's a big one. This is 12.5 by 9.5. It's a 12.5 by 9.5. I'm going to make one that the end measurements are 5 by 8.5. So more like a book size or a journal size. It is actually going to be sort of a journal. Yes. It will look like a file folder, but inside you can store your papers. That's what they're made for. And also it will house a small or thin journal or notepad. Sounds cool? It probably is. And you need minimal supplies. Yeah, well, you can use lots. But the ones that I'm going to make today are going to be rather simple with minimal supplies. It is a little bit of measuring, but I can promise you, loves, not a lot. I'm going to try to make it as easy as possible. Yeah? Okay, let me first tell you about the supplies that we're using and then start with explaining what the plan is. Let me start with the tools. Ruler, knife, glue, scissors. Don't even know what you need the glue for. Well, I'll probably do a little bit of decorating. That's what I'm going to use the glue for, but you don't actually need the glue. Yeah? Now, I have a scoreboard. There's some measuring involved. I'm going to make it very, very easy. If you don't have a scoreboard, you don't actually need it. You will need a ruler for some measuring. Yeah? Now, if we look at the I was like saying the prototype, but the original, it does have eyelets in here. Yeah, so eyelets is lovely. If you don't have eyelets, you need something that punches holes, and also try to reinforce it then with a hole reinforcer. But an eyelet would be fantastic if you have this. So I'm going to use eyelets. So I have my crocodile and some eyelets out. Then the other unusual thing, well, it's not unusual if you look at the original, you're going to need elastic. Elastic would be amazing. You could try to do it with just a normal woolly, but the woolly doesn't really stretch. So elastic is a thing, but you can use all sorts, loves. Let me show you the elastics that I have. I even have something like this. You can buy this at, a place, a haberdashery, or a place where you buy your woolies. And if you're a seamstress, if you sew stuff, you can buy it there. Probably at, I don't know, a Dollar Tree or Joann's. I'm just naming shops that we don't have in the Netherlands. But if you're Dutchy, probably Action, Vibra, Zeeman. I bought some at Zuster en Gren, and this is from Vibra. And I found these in a thrift shop, actually. Yeah, so find some, eBay, whatever. So I have all sorts of elastics on my desk. The thinner one, you could use the thinner one in different colors. I have round elastic, absolutely love this. It's like a woolly. Or this is called baby elastic, 4 millimeters. It's double. So some elastics, that's what you need. That is a little bit different than what we normally use. Now, for papers. Okay, let me show you. So for papers, the first one, loves, you're gonna need less loved scrapbook paper, a 12 by 12, that you don't really like. Why? because you need to try it out. Just try it out on something that you don't really like. And if you're going to make another one, because honestly, guys, you're going to want to make another one. I think you can make about 4 or 5 in an hour. It's almost like a mass make session 1 month early. Yes, March, mass make March, I'm just saying. So you can make several. So I've taken out beautiful scrapbook paper because I do have loved scrapbook paper. Most of it I don't use. I just admire and sniff and stroke. Yeah, that sounds all sorts of wrong, I know, but it is the truth. So these are some beautiful pages that I've had in my stash forever. I'm not going to say where you can buy them because these are probably way older. Yeah, so 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, double-sided. What? Double-sided. I know, weird, right? If you don't have double-sided, because the folder, of course, also has an inside of the folder, yeah? You can cover it with lovely papers if you want to. Some digitals or book pages or what have you. Now, for the actual notebook journal thing that I'm going to make on the inside, use any paper that you want. I think I'm going to make a notepad. So just plain, simple, lined paper or grid paper or what have you. Am I going to do decorating? Most likely. I don't know what yet. Whatever you wish, loves. Yeah. Okay. Take out your less loved scrapbook paper. Yes, to make the first one. I can assure you want to make several ones. I'm going to start with my loved scrapbook paper because I already made one with less loved and it worked. It worked just fine. Fantastic. Let's get started. So we're working with a 12 by 12. Yes, if you don't have a 12 by 12, yours is a 10 by 10 or an 8 by 8, you need to adjust. But I'm going to do it with a 12 by 12. Now let's take a look at the original. Yes, and I'm going to make it from one piece. One piece. Yes, we have a piece here, a piece here, a piece here, flap here, flap here. Now these flaps on the original ones are hinged. I'm going to make mine just complete. You can do these hinged if you want to. Later video, I'm going to show you how to do this. So we need equal parts. These parts need to be equal. Why? Well, needs to close up. So equal parts. Yes. Then we're going to need a flap here and 2 flaps there. Now these flaps do not need to be the exact size of these. Actually, I'm going to make these smaller. Now, here's how I came up with the measurements. This is a 12 by 12. I will need a flap. Yes, flap. So, how big do I want this flap? Here's what I've decided. This is 12. I need equal parts. So, I have a 5 cover, 5 inside, 2 inches flap. So the flap is going to be 2 inches. Yeah? You want to start with this? Let's just start with this. Also, figure out outside, inside, outside, inside. I want this on the outside. This is going to be the inside. Yeah? So we're going to start with, what I'm going to do? Yes, with 2. I'm going to start with 2. Just trying to figure it out, lovies. I'm going to start with the flap first. Yes, the flap is 2 inches. Remember, 2 inches. Write it down. Score at 2 inches. Yes, we're left with 10 inches then. Yeah, that we need to divide in half. So 5 and 5. So 2 plus 5 is 7. Yes, so we have 2, 7, 12. 2, 5, 5. Make any sense? Yeah? Okay. Score 2, 5, 5. This is going to be the front flap. Because if I open it up now, front flap, back flap, this is the 2 inches. 2 inches, 5 inches are 5 inches. Does that make any sense? Hoping it does. What we need now are the top and bottom flaps. These 2. Yes, this one and this one. Now, you could have them also 2 inches. I think I want to make them a little bit smaller. Yeah, so I want them 1 3/4 inches, just the tiniest bit smaller. Okay, yeah, this direction. I'm just gonna twist it one time. So there's the 2 here, the 5 here, the 5 here. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to score at 1 3/4 on this side. All the way to the end, lovies. Just all the way to the end. And also on this side. Now, I could do all sorts of measuring. I just always do this. Way easier for me. 1 3/4 inches. 1 3/4. Yes. So now we have 2 flap, 5, 5, 1 3/4, 1 3/4. Yeah. We need to do a little bit of cutting. Let me try to explain where we are cutting. I just flipped it over because this side is easier for me to see the score lines, yeah? This is this flap, this is this flap, and this flap here on the bottom. So actually this part here, the little square here, we don't need. So we need to take out this square. Also, this piece here, yes, this, we don't need. So I'm going to cut out this rectangle here, the square here and the square there. Yeah, but I'm also going to cut because I think that is easier. Also a little bit more decorative at sort of an angle. Let me try to explain where I'm going to cut at an angle. I'm going to start with the 2 flaps, the top flap and the bottom flap. Yes, this is the rectangle that we're going to keep, but I want them at an angle. I want them to be mitered, as they say. Yes, mitered. Now, you can measure on the bottom, like I'm going to cut from here and here. I'm just going to eyeball it. I am just going to eyeball it. They don't need to match up exactly. Yes, so this is the score. This is the crossroads. I'm going to put my scissors here, just at an angle, see? And I'm going to snip towards the crossroads, there, at an angle. Now try sort of to eyeball how far you made this cut and do the same, but then not like this, lovies, like this on the inside. Yes, sort of the same, doesn't need to be exactly the same. There you go. So now we have a flappy that is mitered. Also works a lot better when we're going to fold everything and close everything. Yeah, I'm going to turn the whole piece of paper because here we have another flap. Top flap, bottom flap, or bottom flap, top flap, doesn't really matter. We're going to do the same. Yes, straight line. This part we're keeping at an angle. Snip it towards the crossroads. There. And another one here as well. So now we have the top flap and the bottom flap. What about this flap? You could keep it straight, but I am going to do the same at an angle. So I'm just going to twist it. This is the flap that we're keeping. Again, putting my scissors at an angle and just cutting this out. See? You could do measuring. Doesn't really need measuring. Doesn't need to be precise. There you go. So we have flap, flap, flap. Yeah? This, however, I'm going to cut straight. So you don't need to make flappies, flappies here. Nope, just straight now. Cutting at an angle is perfect. Cutting straight, not so much. So I am taking out my ruler and a knife just to cut it. Just cut this straight. There we go. Now you can keep this for decorating. Maybe you want to make a pocket on the front or a pocket on the back. You could actually use these for it. So just keep them. So the first one I'm making actually will take the longest because I have to explain all the measuring and such. But if you're going to make 2 or 3, you already know where you need to cut and fold and score. Yes? Do we want to do a little bit of folding? Let's. Well, it's pretty self-explanatory, right? You fold this in. This is the top flap. This is the bottom flap. Yeah. There you go. 1 and 2. And then this is the one that flips over. Already lovely. And then this is the cover flap. I am not going to score it as of yet because I need to make some holes. Yes, with my, I'm going to use my crocodile. You don't need a crocodile. You could also do, well, something that pokes a hole. Something that pokes a hole. Yeah? Okay. Here's where I'm going to go a little bit rogue. Yeah, from the original design. This is the original design. As you can tell, yes, it has a hole here and here. I'm going to keep those. And then it has a hole here sort of before the center. Now I'm going to put this hole almost all the way towards the middle here. Yeah? So they're going to be angled more like this than like this. So what have I done? I've put my, I'm going to do a little bit measuring. But guys, honestly, you could eyeball this. You could, if you wanted to, you could eyeball this. Taking out a pencil because I want to erase it. I've put it on my mat so that I can see where the measurements are. This is an 8.5. Yes, as you can tell, it sticks out a little bit here. And also, can we see? Yes, on the bottom. So, because I really want to sort of gauge where the center is. This is the center. The center is here. Yeah. What I'm going to do is draw 2 small lines. 1 inch above and 1 inch below. Just a line, small line, there, a piece here and a piece there, because I actually want to cut 2 holes. I want a hole here and here, yeah? So I actually sort of measured this. So 1 inch from the top and 1 inch from the bottom, just as sort of a guideline. Yeah, now on this end here, I want it as close to the edge as possible, to the center as possible. I think I'm going to put it at the 1/2 inch line. 1/2 inch removed from the center. Again, I'm just gonna draw 2 small lines. And this is my sort type of measuring. Yeah? Okay. So I have a line here, 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 and here. So I need to punch a hole here and here. Here and here. Yeah? Why all the way over here? Let me explain. On the original, they sort of put the elastic inside of the eyelet and then punched it. I'm not even going to attempt to do this. So I'm actually going to put the elastic through everything. Yeah? It will also have an elastic from here to here. I'm just going to wind everything through. So that's what I did on the prototype, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a piece of elastic here that would have been fantastic for a journal. However, if you make it this big, then the journal will be sort of big enough. But I do not want this size of a journal. I want this size of a journal. So that's why I'm moving the holes all the way over there. All the way over there. So the elastic is going to be here. And this is also going to be the binding for our notebook, journal, whatever. Brilliant? I know. Pretty much. Pretty much. Okay. I am, however, going to use the small setting on my crocodile. If you do have a crocodile, there are these sort of measure setting things here, yes, that you can sort of attach to, say, 1/2 inch. And then you tighten it. And then your crocodile won't go any further than the 1/2 inch. However, mine is broken. Mine is broken. So you could also just measure it. I'm just going to follow the lines on here. Yes, and I'm just going to punch 4 holes. 1 here, 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 here. Removed like 1/2 inch or 8, maybe even less. With the line. There you go. Yes, 1 here. Same distance. Again, loves, it doesn't need to be precise. It will not sort of fall apart or not work if you don't have them at the exact same spot. It'll be fine. Yes? 1, 2, 3, 4. I've measured it out. You don't need to measure it out. Just punch a hole here, here. Hopefully that lines up. Otherwise your journal is crooked. And then towards this end. Yeah? You can even put them here. That'll work as well. But I thought in the center would be just lovely. Okay, now take out your hole reinforcers or your eyelets. Whatever you want to use is fine. Yeah, I'm going to use eyelets, small ones. I have this darker green color. I think that'll work. Sort of the teal green. Oh yes, perfect color. So I'm going to use these, loves. This will probably take the longest to do. I'm going to put in my eyelets. Yes, I'm going to do that off camera because, you know, that's boring. So I'm going to put in 4. All my eyelets are in. Yes, small ones I've used. You could also use big ones. I've taken out my elastic. I don't really know how much I'm going to need. So I'm just going to keep it on the whole piece. I've chosen this purple because why not? Now, I am going to start on the top, on the inside. I'm going to go from the inside towards the outside. Yes. So in here, then through here. Yes. So we have one corner now. Then I'm going to go back in here. Yes. Towards this corner here. Yeah. So we have 2 of these corners. Like this. See? Like this. However, these are way more over here, but that's quite all right. Now, if you want to, which is cool, I'm not going to do it with this one, but probably with another one. Oh my gosh. Put on beads, charms, dangles, whatever. You can put on loads. Just now realized you can put some lovely stuff on, yes? So before you put it back in here, put beads on. I'll probably do this with the next one. Yes. Just figured it out. Yeah? Now, you have a small thingy here. And then we have a big thingy here. I will cut it. Don't cut it too short, lovies. You can always cut it shorter later because we need a little bit of room to tie it. Yeah? I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on it. Not too much, because if you put too much pressure on, see, this will start to bend. So a little bit of pressure will do. There we go. Together. And I'm just going to tie a knot through both of them. This is probably the hardest part of the whole project. There we go. Tie knot. Yes? Okay, journal. Yes, the journal goes this way. Who cares? Who cares? And then you fold it in. And then you do this. Ta-da. Ta-da. Closure, close, folder thing. Yeah? Folder. Put in loads. Put in a journal. You want to show me how you put in a journal or notepad? Let me show you. This is my hanging file folder with all the papers that are sort of blank that you can write on, like this. I'm just going to take a couple of them out. This is already lovely. Oh, this is an envelope already folded. I have some of this. I have some of this. Not too small of a piece, please. What else do I have? Ooh, that is antique even. Lovely. Another older one. Beautiful. But you also can put in book pages or digital decorative paper. Ooh, I love this. Do you have a smaller piece? Sure. Ooh, yellow. Why not? What else? Blank. And, oh yes, let's do some ledger while we're here. Yes, some of this. Okay, go away. How big do we need it? Let's take out, I'm gonna start with yellow. They don't need all to be the exact same size or in the same direction. There you go. There's one. Will it fit in here? Of course, it probably does. Look. There you go. There's one. Does this fit? It does. There's 2. Yep. Beautiful old one. Is this too tall? No. Is this too wide? Maybe a little bit. I'm just gonna fold a piece in. And then fold this in. There you go. Now this is very old brittle paper, so I'll probably need to put a piece of washi tape here if I want to keep it as is. Another piece. There we go. I have this. Sure. It's so easy, loves. I think I'm gonna end with this one. Oh no, I have lovely ledger paper here, right? Yes, lovely ledger paper. I'm gonna take out a little bit of ledger that has some writing on it, or at least a piece of this. Yeah. Just gonna take this off. Yes, I want something lovely at the end. There you go. Notepad or journal or what have you. Perfect, right? Yes, and it fits in here. No problems. Ta-da. Now, if you want to make more, I'm going to make more, lovies. I want to make all of them. I would recommend a production line. Yeah? So I'm just going to do first all the scoring. Once you've done one or two, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm a professional now. Yes, this is the front. We're going to start with the flap on the inside. How big was the flap? 2 inches. Yes. Then we want the back cover, the front cover. Both of them were 5. 2 plus 5 is 7. So we're also going to score at 7. Yes. We need the top flap that folds in. We need the bottom flap that folds in. We've decided on 1 3/4 inches. 1 3/4. Yes. Top. 1 3/4. Bottom. Yeah. Production line. Next one. Oh, this actually needs to have this cut off. I'm gonna do this one last. Doesn't this need all of these have this is the expensive stuff, lovey. See all these small little trims on the top or bottom. I'm gonna take these off first. I'm back. Everything is cut off. I'm gonna keep the strippies because some have some lovely this lovely stuff on it. I might use it. I'm gonna go with my scraps. Okay, front of the journal. Yes, we're gonna start on this side at 2 inside flap. First 2. Yes, then we need 5, so 2 plus 5 is 7. Yes, 2, 7. Top flap, bottom flap, 1 3/4 or 2. You could also do 2. That will mean that your whole project, the end project, will be a 1/2 inch shorter, which is fine. Yes, want to do another one? I have more. Oh, I have this beautiful. This is the front. Yes, we're starting at 2. We're doing 7. See how quick this goes? Oh my gosh, it's just amazing. 1 3/4 on the top. 1 3/4 on the bottom. And so on and so on. All the scoring done. Let's take out our scissors. Hopefully you can see. It's even hard for me to see. Little square here. Yes. Little square there. And then the rectangle. Flap, flap. At an angle towards the middle. Yes, I'm just going to do the other side as well. At an angle. Yes. Score here. Why do I have the feeling that is bigger? Might have done some wonky scoring. Like this could also be 2 inches. Did I do 2 inches? No, you didn't. Okay. It looks bigger. Might be like optical illusion because of the gingham. At an angle. Yes. This, not at an angle. Straight. At an angle. Straight. I'm not even going to do this. No, I'm going to take out the next one. Where are we? Where are the small squares? I will lose the bird's head. Well, it is what it is. I need to find the scores. They're here. Yes. At an angle. An angle. Yes. This one here at an angle. Towards this score. Other small square. Angle. And here. Yes. And so on and so on. And then I'm going to cut these straight with, well, you could use your scissors. You have my permission to just use your scissors. Where is my metal ruler? Nobody knows at this point. So I'm taking out this one. Do I see where the lines are? Oh my gosh. Yes, it's here. Keep them because of prettiness. Also the other side. Ta-da. So all of them will look like this. We're left with loads of scrappies. Keep them. Keep them. I might use them for a little bit of decorating. Okay, all of them are cut. Time to do some folding. Flappy up, flappy down. And this one. Oh my gosh, isn't that absolutely gorgeous? I'm going to fold them in, loves. You could keep this sort of straight for the eyelets to, you know, be more convenient. Oh my gosh, love this one. I'm thinking about rounding corners because the original one also has rounded corners. So you just fold them in. Look at this, sort of zigzag. There we go. This would be amazing for Happy Mail, loves. Yes, because you can put loads in, small piece of ephemera, and then if you want to share some lovely book pages or lovely papers, you know, you can share them in sort of the journal notepad type of thing. Yeah, that'll be amazing. And get some questions. What is Happy Mail? Find a friend who does the same as you do. Yeah. And you send each other, well, this in the mail with lovely papers in it. Well, you find such friends? Look in my comments, in the comments section. Yes, everyone that's in there really loves what you do. Yeah, because we basically all love the same thing. Isn't this just absolutely gorgeous? Oh my gosh, look at this. Spring. Yes, no spring yet. That is also very lovely. With all the handwritten letters. Oh my gosh. Yes. See how many I've made? Oh my gosh, yes, you can make loads. I am going to round corners, lovies, on all of them, just at a small angle. What I also want to do is some inking. Rounded corners, ink them, already love them so much. You could just, you know, stop right here. Like, oh my gosh, made a lovely folio. I'm going to put stuff in and, you know, I'm going to add a pocket on here and done. Yes, if you don't have elastics, you're done. But I'm going to do the elastic thing because I think that is just brilliant. Now, what did we do? Yes, here's what we done. Because I wanted to be precise, that's a me thing. Yes. In the center, taking out my pencil. Pencil, yes. Okay, this was the center. Is this the center? Oh my gosh, what am I doing? That is the center. Yes, I'm just gonna draw a small line here just to mark it. I want one here and one here. And then also 1/2 inch removed from this edge here. Yes, so one here and one here. Now, if you're very certain of yourself, you could also do this. Yes, if you're mass producing this, Line them up. I'm even gonna do 3. Are you? Yes, I'm gonna do 3. Even 3. Opening them up and just lining them up. Make sure they are exactly aligned. Loves? Yes? Okay, I'm gonna make sure. Do I have a clamp somewhere or paper clip? Paper clip here and here. Crocodile, small setting, 1/2 inch-ish, one here, 1/2 inch, one there. Oops, here and there. Remove these. Ta-da! Mass make them. All the holes are punched. Time for eyelets. I'm gonna do pink ones on here because spring. Just love the pink. So I'm gonna do pinks here. I'm using small ones, loves. You could use bigger ones if you want to. Yeah. Very big ones, or as I mentioned, hole reinforcers. Love the pink on here, so I'm gonna do pink with these. I have some reds, I have some whites, more of the green. Yeah, I'll probably use some gold and silver as well, because I have more of these small ones. All the eyelets are in. I've used different colors. It's going to be so colorful, so happy. Now, I mentioned when I did these to put beads on. Yes. That's lovely, and I'm going to try it. But mind you, we're going to close it up. Everything is going to be on this side. So it's going to be lovely on this side. So I'll also add, probably, most likely, a charm, a couple of beads and a charm here. So that's something sort of dangling here and maybe here or there. And I don't know. Yeah, so I'm going to try it, but I don't know if that is going to work. Okay, my piece of elastic, right? I'm going to start at the top, in the corner. Now, I'm just going to pretend that all the beads are going to be here. I've taken out loads. I have some green. I also have some charms. More green. I also have some neutral colors. Gosh, yes. I have like a huge bead collection of. Buttons will also do. I thought I had a butterfly here. Is that a butterfly or a clover? It's a clover, love. That's not a butterfly. Well, I do have a small little bee. Small little bee charm. I have a chicken. A chicken, even though it can fly, is not a butterfly. I do have butterflies here, but they're rather big. They're bigger. But they are amazing. I'm going to put the butterfly first here. On the top. Yes, lovely. And then just some beads. Oh, I have lovely ones. They do not have a big enough opening for the elastic. This one does. A lovely flower. What else? What else can we do? Normal green. Something neutral. I have some pearls. Oh, these hang. Well, we can do this. Just some lovelies. Ooh, does this one work? Yes. More white. Something neutral-ish with a big hole. This has a big hole. Also has a big hole. I think I want to end here with another charm. I'm just gonna have these on. Just on the top. Yes? Okay. This goes through here. And this goes back in here. Now, if you want to, and we want to, because I'm just gonna, let's do some more beads on the other side as well. Do you want to start with some? No, there's already something dangling here, so I'm gonna do something dangling on the bottom. I think I need to trim this. It's not working with me anymore. Thank you. Big enough? Ooh, no. Unfortunately. Oh, look at that. Yes, well, that's big enough. There you go. Want something creamy colored. Yes. Another green one. Is that big enough? It is. Do not know what this is, but it's gonna go on. There you go. Do we have something else that dangles? Ooh, can we do this? Is there a hole? Oh, hello. Is it in the center? Oh, it's in the center. Okay, it's in the center. Good job, me. And something else that dangles. I'm gonna do a flower. Flower. Do I have enough beads? I think so. The hole of the flower is not big enough. Do we have another flower? Look at that hole. Well, that is big enough, right? Okay, and this goes back in here. It will make this rather heavy with all the beads on, but it also makes it pretty. Yes. Snip it here. Oh, beads here. That would be amazing. Yes, forgot. Have a little bit of tension on it. This is actually beautiful elastic. Found it in a thrift shop. It was like 50 cents or something. Yeah. So if we do this, did I make it too tight? If it's open, it's lovely. If we're going to flip it over, yes, have a bead here and a bead here. Do this. Still lovely. Bead here. Yes, why not? And then it's lovely on the other side as well. Do you want some decorating? Do we want a pocket? Or we can have a pocket here as well. Yes. We have some of the gingham left. Or I want to make something different, like this green, or just mix and match. No. I'm going to do the gingham. I think I'm going to make a pocket with this. Yes, but it's too long. So I'm going to cut it off with scissors. Yes, with scissors. Yay much. I'm going to round corners. If I can find my corner rounder. Oh my gosh, such a mess here. There you go. Round corners. Just on the top. Just on the top. Do a little bit of inking. We're gonna use glue. Oh my gosh, we have not even used glue all this time. Yes? Remember when I sort of kept the strippies? Yes, look at that. Oh my gosh, that's just simply amazing. So I'm just gonna cut here. And apparently here. Yes. And I'm just going to glue it on after I inked it. Naturalist Library. Yes. I know that was sort of off camera, but I do not have any space anymore. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, do not look at the back. Keeping my eyes closed. Gluing with my eyes closed. There we go. Yes, I'm just gonna have this. on here like so. You can put in a small little card. Do we want something on the back? Oh my gosh, if this goes to the back, that's cool, right? Really like it. Could have one here. There should be another one with the gingham. Oh yeah, here. And with the gingham. Do you want to have another one? Yes. Slightly bigger. Yep. Snip. Snip. Let's find something to put on here. I don't think I can find anything. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Let me find a thing. Found the label. Was looking for a small one. But why not have a big one? Oh my gosh. I love this paper. This is from Simple Stories. Yes, and it's designed by a lady. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not really familiar. By a lady that also does, you know, digitals. Yes, she's one of us. She's one of us. Let me see if I can find her on the front cover of this pack. It's an older one. This is probably not available anymore, but I absolutely love it. I only have two. Oh my gosh, look at the back. Don't look at the back. I only have two scrapbook packs from Simple Stories. Most of the time it's not my style. But these absolutely were. Oh my gosh, just absolutely love it. It's so sweet, right? And then with this, it's, oh my gosh, even more amazing than I thought it would be. It's just cool. Here's what I'm going to do, lovies. I'm going to put in a signature with some lovely papers. Yeah. And do a little more decorating on some of the other ones. But I'm not going to add beads to all of them. I'm just going to add beads to this one. But I'm going to leave these plain. Or maybe hang something else off of it. I think that could work as well. Let me try to figure it out. So I found a paper pad from Simple Stories with all these. Oh my gosh, look at all the gingham. Yeah, and I've been going through them. Aren't these amazing? I did show these like months ago when I got them. They're beautiful. I cannot find the lady's name on here. Now I know someone, a couple of you, put in the comments who she was. Yeah. She is also on Instagram. She also has probably an Etsy shop with digitals. I believe there was a little bit of controversy going all around it. She designed for them and something went wrong or something. So please, loves, if you know who she is, please let me know. If you really know who she is, if she is one of your friends, please let her contact me. I would love to do something collaborate with her. Yeah, do something with the digitals or what have you. I just love them. In case you can still get them. Simple Vintage Essentials Color Palette. All the ginghams and then all of these. I adore them. I adore them. Okay, back to my project. I finished all of them. Oh my gosh, love them so much. I'm just gonna show them. Yeah, put a pocket on here, just a poster stamp. And I added a dangle here, a key. But because why not? Why not? And then I added a little bit more. This is the back side with also a pocket. And I added these. I just had some scrappy bits left over. And I just folded a piece of a bingo card over and a piece of this. Yeah. So it's also cute on the front. Now, all of them have a sort of a notepad or some lovely papers. Now, I can imagine this would be lovely in a Happy Mail. Yes, if you want to send a friend of yours some lovely papers. Yeah, that they can play with. And some ephemera pieces. I just filled it up with, cards and bingo letters, envelope thingies. Just some lovely bits and bobs. And then you put it in Happy Mail. Yeah, I think that'll be really, really cool. Yeah. Another one with a little bit of red on it. I did the eyelets in red. I did the elastics in red. Yes, red post stamps. And then I added these small, I have tiny little tags on red cotton. Something. Just stamped something on it. Also a pocket on the back. Again, just filled it with lovely papers. Yeah? You can also make this in a slightly smaller size. Have some papers and ephemera in, and then put it in the back of your journal. Yes, just in case you want to play with it. And again, I filled it up with just all sorts of lovely stuff. All sorts of lovely stuff. Yes, that's number 2. Aren't these great? Love them. And then this one, big pocket here as well. You could even do, fill something in. I just added this. A little bit of green. I had the buttons out. I put in gold eyelets and then just black elastics. Another pocket on the back. There was a spot here that says, place stamp here. I'm going to place a stamp there. Again, some lovely papers. Some lovely papers in here and some ephemera pieces, some postcards and, what have yous. Really like them. Yeah, and then, this one we made together. Yes, I just put this on a pocket. It was a piece of the scrapbook paper. I did not put anything on the back. Also, no dangles or what have you. And I put in loads of lovely stuff. And then these that we made. Oh my gosh, this I made with you, right? Yes, this is from the Simple Stories paper. I just absolutely love it. Just put some gorgeous papers in and some ephemera pieces. I love the gingham. I absolutely love it. And then the beads. And then I made this one. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with these beads. Look at that. Yes, I just want to have these on the front. So pretty, right? Yeah, put a card in, another card. Just added some bits and bobs. And, papers. Lovelies. All sorts of lovelies. Look at that paper. Isn't that gorgeous? Yes, it is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so we made file folders with elastic. You could also do this. Just, keep all the beads on the front. Yeah, why not? Come on, beads. On the front. You can do it. It just looks really, really cool. Yes, well, if you decorate all of them, it will take longer than an hour. But, for instance, if you're just going to fold them and put the closures on, I think you can make 5 or 6 in an hour. It's very easy to do once you know the measurements, yes? If you're going to do them in smaller sizes, like say a 10 by 10 or an 8 by 8, just try to figure it out, yes? Have smaller flaps, for sure. Smaller flaps. Just fold some. Is that it? I think that's it for today, loves. Please go and make some yourself. Try it out because it's so much fun. Lovies, I'll be back again this Friday with another video. Something to do with a file folder. Yes, either we're going to use a file folder or we're going to have it as inspiration for a file folder or something. I'll figure it out. Thank you for hanging out with me today and I'll see you all this Friday. Until then, bye lovies.